is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful thing. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We gonna take it by storm?
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 277. NASDAQ is off 200. S&P is off 38. That's a downdraft of 2% in the NASDAQ, 1.1 on the S&Ps, and 0.9% in the Dow Industrials. We had option expiration. You can expect more volatility as we come into this closeout here today. Gold continues to catch a bid, up $27, $1,647 an ounce. Gold's in an ABC structure on the way up with a 1705 price projection. Silver's up 22 cents. That's trading 1852. Silver wants to go to the top of its range, which is 1888. Light sweet crude down 47 cents, $53.41 a barrel. Notes and bonds, folks, continue to be the story out here in a big way. You have the 10-year note right now up 16 ticks. 130.130. The 30-year bond up a full point plus 5 ticks at 165.03. And the 30-year bond, folks, broke its all-time low out here today. We hit 1.89 on the 30-year. Pretty amazing, actually. The 10-year, as we've been talking about for quite some time now, that's going after its all-time low of 1.31. If you break 1.31, what is on the table on the 10-year is flat rates on the 10-year. It'd be pretty amazing if that's where we go with this, but that is on the table. And when you do look at the structure right across the world, you can basically see why it's on the table. Right now, if you, bottom line, you're in France, they're paying minus 0.2%. France is, Germany's 0.4%. You know, bottom line, it's almost 0.5% in the negative. And we talk negative rates, you know, as we approach this 1.31, we'll see whether you break it. But if we break that baby, bottom line, we're going flat, and that's going to put a 30-year mortgage at about 1.5% if that's going to be the case. And I'm going to have our man, Mr. Bud Spriggs, on from the mortgage firm coming up at 3:15. We're going to be talking mortgages. We're going to be talking to the new VA rules inside the mortgage program, which are pretty cool. King Dollar gave it up, folks. King Dollar down 586 ticks, trading 99,280. Now, if we get over to King Dollar and we take a look at it, this is pretty amazing, man. I mean, King Dollar made its lunge. King Dollar has been going up since January 1st. King Dollar was 96.355. Yesterday, you got a high of 99,910. Bottom line, it got back inside its higher range and then just gave it up in spades, okay? This is going to be a major failure inside King Dollar, folks. And when you exercise that much energy and then it's a failure, bottom line, you can expect it's going to be a fast move down the other side, meaning at the 96 level. If you're watching Tiger TV, you can see nice move, man. I mean, and it busted this major trend line with conviction, and then gave it up with conviction. And when you put this on the weekly, the daily it did it, the weekly it did it, all of the above. It's going to close under the high that was generated out here on October 4th, which is the 99,667 number. Bottom line, we're at 99,282. So in that context, what we had happen there is that you had the euro. Bottom line, take off from the bottom. The euro has been going down from the same time that the dollar's been going up since January 1st. The euro is 112, gets all the way down yesterday to 107, takes off like a rocket ship today, gets up to 108.54. Yen helped out the dollar going down also, not as dramatic as the euro. The euro is 60% of the dollar index. The yen is about 20%. Bottom line, though, is that what you had here is that you have the aspect that the yen got to a high yesterday of 112.23. Bottom line, this baby pulled back out here today. 52, you're at 111.58. Let's go to Mark in Boston. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great, just sitting here in the cold, but that's what you get living up here.
That's
So, anyways, I want to thank you so much for the gold report. I woke up this morning and El Dorado was up big time, and I hit the cash register. So, thank you.
That's a beautiful thing. What the heck's going on with El Dorado, man? That's up $2 for a $7 stock. Turkey
yeah,
update.
It was a good earnings report, I guess.
Yeah, up Turkey. No, so the Turkey update's a big deal. Yes.
Yeah. So I had to cash out on that one. But my question is on Pan American Silver versus the SLV, and I've got a position in both, but I'm wondering if I add at this point.
Okay, so Pan American Silver, PAS, this is an ABC up. It's a big one, too. 24 is your B, 15 is your A, so you get $9. So you get a price projection there of $29, almost $30. This blew away the B point with volume, big time. This equity really likes to move also, so I would stay right there for sure. And this is what you're going to want to start watching for, folks, if you're in the metals market. What this just did this week, okay, last month, it blew away the whole consolidation from 2013. So that says on the larger basis that like a PAAS can actually run up to $34-40, which is pretty intense. SLV, we take a look at the SLV. The SLV, folks, is the ETF structure for the silver shares, physical silver. That still is going to need more juice. That's been lagging a bit, man. That's the real bottom line. I think that's going to, we'll see whether it changes, Mark, okay? SLV, my take is that that's going to run to 1835, though. That spike high, that's what silver's going after right now. In this case, that's the September 6th, the week of September 6th. I think it was September 8th, to be exact, on the daily basis.
Great.
But we got action.
Well, listen, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Dow right now down 250. You get the NASDAQ off 190. S&Ps are off 35. Stay right there, folks. Come back with our man, Mr. Bud Spriggs from the mortgage firm. We are going to be talking notes, bonds, and mortgages. Coming right back.
Folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of the sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 265, Nasdaq's up 196, S&Ps are off 37. Let's go over for our Tiger Mortgage update, as we're going to be doing every Friday, folks, at quarter past the hour, 20 past the hour. We get our man, Mr. Bud Spriggs from the mortgage firm, giving us the update. Bud's phone number, folks, is 727-798-3888. Bud Spriggs, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom? How's your week go?
It's been a good week, man. The note and bond market has been on fire with price on the way up and lower rates on the way down. It's pretty amazing.
I've actually had some of your listeners call me and tell me that.
Yeah.
So they are paying attention.
They're going to be calling you for breakfast, man. You got to love it. So,
I'll take it.
Let me ask you. So what happened today, folks, the 30-year broke its all-time low. The 10 years going after it. What I'd like to talk about first, though, Bud, is the new rules in the VA mortgages, because we get a lot of veterans out here. And each week, folks, if you have any questions, just send them in to me at OB1@TFNN, and we'll get them answered for you. You know, Bud will get them answered for you on Friday. So tell us about the new rules for VA mortgages.
Well, until recently, the VA loan, which is a great loan, the loan limit was based on whatever the conventional loan limit was.
Okay.
But later, last year, early this year, they had some changes, and the conventional loan limit went up to $510,400, $510,400.
Yep.
But along with that came a change in the VA loan process and eligibility. Before, you were limited that amount, and anything over, you would, on a purchase, you'd have to put 25% of that down. So if you were buying a home for $610,000, they would take that $510,000 away. There'd be $100,000 left, and you would have to put 25% down, which is still a very low down payment for a jumbo loan.
Sure.
With a super rate. But they came in and said, you know, we're going to do away with that now, and we're going to go ahead and make the VA loan limit unlimited and 100% loan to value. So you can, if you got a purchase price of $600,000 and you can qualify, you can borrow 100% of that purchase price.
And the qualification would still have to do with you need a good credit score, right? And you need the cash flow from your job in order to pay the limit, pay the loan off, right?
Well, that's a good question. To me, VA, because they want to, you know, do good by the veterans, is a kind of a liberal loan as far as the guidelines go. Your debt ratio normally on conventional would be 50. That's, in other words, 50% of your gross income can be allocated to your debt.
Okay.
It's at 50%. I've seen VA loans go up to over 60% because they're looking at the disposable income. So somebody bringing in a hefty monthly amount might have $6,000 worth of debt going, but they still have $4,000 worth of disposable income. So
Sure.
That's the factor with the VA loan.
And so when we say unlimited, right? I gotta hit this because this is pretty wild, actually. We say unlimited. You want to go buy $1 million house? They'll cover $1 million house if you have the income in order to pay it. Would that be correct?
Listen. When I knew we were going to talk about this, I thought that, but I just wanted to make sure, but just because it sounded almost too good to be true.
I know.
I called up underwriting and I said, listen, I just want to make sure I'm going to be talking to some people. And they said there is no loan limit on the VAs.
That's amazing, man. So, now, folks, we're going to talk about, and we'll do this slowly, so because I want you to understand, if you are a veteran, how this works, because it's pretty cool. So let's just say we'll start. Let's just make it a $500,000 loan in general. Okay, so we get a $500,000 loan. Then, if you're a veteran, they charge a funding fee, and the funding fee is what, 3%, right?
It can be less if it's your first time usage, but after you use it, then it's up a little over 3%. Correct.
Okay, and then what they do is that they kick that into the loan too. You don't have to come up with that, right?
Yeah, you do not have to come up with that. That's added to your loan.
Okay, so now we got this far. Now, what about the other closing costs? So the veteran would have to come up with the other closing costs. Is that right, or is that?
Well, if you're talking about a purchase, a lot of buyers go in, and if they offer the right price, they might get some of the closing costs paid for by the seller.
Yeah.
And then, just like you hear people on the radio talking about, we'll pay your closing costs, there's always a way, normally a way to include those closing costs by getting a lender's credit from me. So in other words, if I price you out, here's the way it's done. If I price you out and you're going to get a 3.5% rate, and you say, hey, bud, I'd like a little help with your closing costs.
Okay.
Well, I know if I sell that loan back to VA for 3.75, I might get $4,000 more than we would have, and we'll give that to you as a lender credit to help with your closing costs. There's a way to get in with no money down.
I see. So that's pretty cool, man. So, and this is what, folks, this is what Bud's going to teach us coming in, because the market you're in, Bud, is pretty non-transparent. You know what I'm saying? That, like, I do a lot of transactions. I look at those closing papers, those HUD papers, and say, okay, man, where is it? So that's pretty cool that if someone needs help and wants help with the closing costs, what you're saying is that instead of a 3.5, you can say, okay, you want to pay 3.75, and then what ends up happening is that legally what ends up happening is that realistically you could get help with all those closing costs because of the fact that you might be paying another 0.25% interest, right?
And those are just examples,
yes.
But there's, when you hear those ads about we're going to pay this, we're going to pay that, nothing's for free. That's exactly what they're doing. They're taking what you could have made, they're upping it. When they sell it, they'll get more money, they'll pay your closing costs.
No, listen, man, we really appreciate you. This is cool, man. This is cool understanding it, okay? Because what happens, everyone's in a different situation when you're doing this, okay? And sometimes that's great. And when I look at it, many times, I expect a lot of people do this, is like, hey, spread over 30 years, 0.25% is not the end of the world if you don't have to come up with bread now. But if you have the bread, then great, okay? You get the lower rate,
You look at both options and see which one's best for you. And let me just throw in something in there that you mentioned in the beginning. You don't have to have 700 credit scores to get a VA loan. We'll go actually down to 620, and sometimes even below that with extenuating circumstances. So don't count yourself out just because your scores aren't up in the 700s.
That's so cool, man. That's so cool. Now, of course, I was talking about a little bit earlier, folks, and I was, and what had happened is that one of the Tigresses had called them earlier, and they were talking about the 1.31 on the 10-year. This is pretty exciting, Bud, that we're coming down to these numbers, man. I had said to Bud earlier, folks, that he's never going to sleep because people will be ringing his phone off. In fact, if we break this 1.31, this is going to be pretty wild, man. All of us watching this number.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what happens. And she mentioned some things like with what's upcoming in November. I think you're right. It's going to get better.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And of course, what that does, asset-wise, is that, it puts a bid under real estate. You can see today, gold's going to the moon out here today, Bud. I mean, this rate structure coming down has put a big bid into the gold market out here, as well as the silver market. So it's going to be pretty wild watching.
And it's been busy this week with people that have been sitting on the sideline that have been pre-approved for weeks, and all of a sudden pulling the trigger on a home. Now, that could be because values going up or the rates staying where they are, getting a little bit lower, but even the real estate market is getting a little more active.
Yeah, and so next week we can talk about refinancing, because I'm sure that the rates are coming so low that a lot of people may want to refinance.
We'll have new numbers next week. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thank you so much, Bud. Bud's phone number, folks, is 727-798-3888. Stay right there. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 267, NASDAQ off 194, S&P's off 35. And, what you had out here, we're going to go over to the S&P and take a look at this. So first I'm going to bring up the SPY, folks, okay? And what you have inside the SPY is that yesterday, this happened in the futures market, happened in all the markets, okay? Bottom line, what you see in the futures market yesterday, at 11 o'clock in the morning, we went from 338.69 in the SPY, flat out down to 334 in a heartbeat, monster volume at that low, okay? Now, I'll switch gears for a second because what has happened is that we, bottom line is that when we take a look at the SPY, what you're going to see is that let me see, this is a State Street fund too. I believe that's the, The custodian, I believe, is SPDR. I don't have this right here, but I believe that that's a State Street trust fund also. It is, okay, so it's in the SPDR space. Now check this out though, because this is what is also going on inside of the marketplace, okay? If we take a look at, let me pull this up, SPDR, I believe this is where you're gonna see, you talk about a dumping. SPTM, that's what it is. Okay, so watch this. So this is the S&P 500, the 1500. Okay, so we talk about the S&P 500 a lot. Now, what has happened out here with the ETF structures, folks, okay, is that they got dramatically bigger in a huge way, and you have different vehicles that the large institutional money is putting their money in. And of course, what happens with the ETF is that, you know, number one, you hope that you have big liquidity, and number two, the bottom line is that you hope that the market can take that liquidity when basically large buys or large sells come in. Well, what you're going to see here is that this is one monster move that someone did out here yesterday. Now, this is, that was the 20th, okay? If you happen to be watching Tiger TV, you're going to see that the volume on the 20th was 14.8 million shares. Let me show you something here. Now, this equity normally does 400,000 shares, okay? Bottom line, someone dumped 14.8 million. Well, that was in the course of the day. That's what's going on. Out of that, one trade was 14 million shares worth $595 million, okay? It was done at 11:58. Let me see if I can get you the exact, I know I can get you the exact one. I was just playing with this. And when you see this, 11:51, so what's intriguing about this is that, well, the print was at 11:51. Yeah, there's the print there. That's a oh, there's the print. Okay, so this is interesting. So this print was, you know, done, you know, basically 10 minutes after the low was established. So, you know, someone saw that low come in. Bottom line, they says, I am out of town. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is that the structures inside of the marketplace, the ETF structures have got so much larger that's why you can get you can certainly get fast accelerations on the way up. But if large operators start getting out, folks, you are going to see very fast accelerations on the way down. Let's go to Jim in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Jim, what's going on?
Hello, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Yeah, good. You sound happy.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, listen, man. you make it what it is, man. Life's you get up and you're kicking. That's a good thing, man.
Yeah. So, well, I hate to call about a gold stocks. You know, I don't want to get too many calls.
That's all right.
Yeah. But you know, all of them are. It doesn't seem like all of them are going really well, but
they're not.
A lot of them. Okay.
They're not.
What is that? Is that typical of I would say a gold bull market, or you think they'll all start to run at some point?
No, that's too generic. I mean, you're having me look at New Gold, and this hasn't been a good stock. And there's a few of them that are not good stocks.
Okay, yeah, well, New Gold was one of them. The other one was VGZ.
Well, VGZ is different. That's on fire, so.
Right. Well, I have some of that, and it looks like it's cleared a couple of swing points today.
Yeah, so that's Vista Gold, folks, okay? So let's go through a few of them. So, because this is a great question that, you know, Jim is coming up with, right? So, if you're going to be in this market, you want to understand what each one of these stocks are. Vista Gold, bottom line, still an exploration stock, 12 employees. Bottom line, monster mine in Australia that is, you know, have been going on for a long period of time. They don't have any debt, you know, so when gold starts moving, this starts moving dramatically. And I expect what we're going to see here. Last time we got up to $1.08. You know, Vista wants to run to this $2.09. That's what it looks like to me. Now, New Gold, NGD, different ball game. And what the problem is with New Gold, So what happens, folks, is this. When you're an exploration stock, if you're an exploration stock and you have a lot of ore in the ground, and as the price of gold goes up, if the market thinks that you can get that ore out of the ground, exploration stocks will go up exponentially. The reason being is that the value, the way it is valued, I'm going from a technical aspect to a fundamental aspect now. What ends up happening is that the value aspect of it, of the gold that they have on the ground, is only getting valued at like $2, and gold's running at $1,600. Okay, that's why exploration stocks will go so dramatically. Now let's go to new gold. So what happens with new gold, folks, is this: the danger of going from an exploration stock to a producer is that gold mines cost a fortune, in the billions. So as now you have to perform, different ball game, because once you stop performing, they said they had that much ore. Did they? And what does it take to get out of the ground? You know, so that's why, like, new gold is production is a producer, and that's why you're seeing that difference. And you know, this is still, I wouldn't hang it here, man. That's the real bottom line with new gold, you know.
Right. Yeah, I don't have any of that, but I was wondering, the VGZ, I got a couple thousand shares, and I was thinking, you know, since it's cleared that, it looks like I said it's cleared a couple of swing points today.
It has, and that's how VGZ, you know, I own it, the Gold Report owns it. I've always liked the stock. I know how the stock trades. What happens, I just explained it to everyone how it trades. That's how it trades. When
so I'm thinking it might not be a bad place to add, but you'd have to put a tight stop in there.
Yeah, and that'll be a problem, because what you have is this, is that when you have a stock that's only 82 cents, what is a tight stop? If it's 10 cents, you'll get taken out in a second. Because, you know, so.
Okay.
You know.
All right, well, I thought I'd get your opinion on that. I don't do the Gold Report right now. I'm with Steve Rhodes. But
good. Hey,
we'll see next time around. We might go with the Gold Report. I don't know.
That's all right. Just ride them.
There's a lot of time in the Gold Report, though, where you don't do a lot. Am I right? Or
no, that's not right. No, it's a longer-term deal. We made a fortune in the Gold Report, man. So.
Okay. All right, thanks, Tom.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year, or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year, or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 275, Nasdaq up 194, S&P is off 37. And you know, we were just talking with Jim just about the gold market in general. The question he had asked about the amount of trade. So what happens in the gold market, folks, is this. First off, you can get the gold report, you can test drive it. You know, bottom line, you like it, you keep it, you don't like it, you know, guess what? You're just basically getting your money back. And the way you would get that, you go over to our website at TFNN, you go into newsletters, and as you go into newsletters, you'll see the gold report right in the very top. When you do get the gold report, what ends up happening is that you can hit subscribe. You'll get the last couple webinars that I did, and one of them is the next leg up in gold, 1794. I did that about 6 months ago. Bottom line, what I'd like to get to is this. The way that the gold report certainly is not really like a trading vehicle, and I think that's what he was saying, meaning that, you know, you get in one day, you get out the next day. That's not how I've ever run the gold report. What happens is this, is that we're all speculating where markets are going, okay? What tends to happen inside of the gold market, and this is pretty wild, that people will look at the market and say, okay, they'll start talking about it right now, that, you know, the gold market basically is going higher. Well, the gold market, folks, okay, has been going higher for 5 months. Newmont Gold just went from $36 to $50. So what ends up happening, the gold loves to do large ABC structures on the way up as well as the way down. Now, what definitely happens, I do not go short gold. I just don't do it. What I do is you wait for a good pullback. You get into the pullback. If the pullback has lighter volume, you go and get strength. Bottom line, we'll get in a few stocks, and then we'll stay in a few stocks most times for 6, 8, 10, maybe 15 weeks. Okay, what you'll end up seeing happen again, and this is just continual how this thing works, is that as the ABC structure, if I'm right on the structure that the ABC up is in place right now, technically it is, when you look at technically. If it goes to 1705, at that particular level, what will end up happening is that we will be moving product out. That's the bottom line. We move the product out, and then, yes, then we have to sit there and wait. Maybe we have to wait 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever that is, before we get back in. Because one of the saddest things that I saw happen inside of the metals market since I've had the gold report, you got to remember, you know, before when there used to be all these gold shows and the money shows, now it used to be all those shows. What I saw happen was that when we started at 282. We got out at 1750. Gold went to 19 something, right? You have to trade the gold market. You cannot be a thought process that gold is going to go to the moon and that the stocks are going to go to the moon and they're never going to retrace. And sometimes they look like they're never going to retrace. They always retrace, okay? So the saddest point that I had seen is that on that extraordinary run, there are people that actually didn't make money, you know. And there's a lot of people. I'm not talking about people that get the gold report. I'm talking about people in the metals market in general, because they felt that gold was going to continue higher. You know, you got to take what's on the table, folks, and those are extraordinary gains. That's the bottom line. And there have been extraordinary gains. You know, this run here, yeah, I'll pull this up. This is my take on gold. If we take a look at the longer aspect, I think we very well could be in a much larger ABC structure up, and you're talking about a 2,500 gold. And that's, yeah, it's going to be another year or something. But bottom line is that when you take a look at where we are versus where we've been in the type of consolidation that we've had inside the metals market, it totally makes sense. Like when gold was at 1,900, I didn't feel that, I didn't want to go short, and I didn't, okay? But I certainly didn't feel that gold was going to go to $4,000 at that point or $3,000 or anywhere else. We had just run from $250 up to, what, 1920, you know? So what gold has done is this. So that was the first run. As of 2011, the bottom line is that you went all the way back down into 1,051. So now we're in 2020. The last big run that we had in gold, and we did really well too, was 2016. 2016, gold took off like a rocket ship again. We went from 1,051, you got all the way up to 1,377. And the equities went up about 200% in that time frame. So if you're going to get in that market, it's one of these markets you got to sit, wait. Then you attack it, you get in it. That run was about a year, you know, bottom line. Then you had to wait again. We had to wait again, go all the way over to 17. It was a decent run, you know, not great. This one's been a big one, no doubt. Now, when you take a look at this contract very well could be in a much larger ABC structure up. That basically started in 2000. The next leg on the way up started in 2016. And because we only did a 50% retracement, the bottom line is that this may be an ABC structure up on a much larger basis. Meaning, yeah, it could take 2 or 3 more years. But the price projection on that ends up being about 2,500. Let me just do it again. So it's, yeah, we're talking 1,900, 1,700 on top of, yeah, it's 2,700. It's 2,700. So we'll see where it goes. But that is the larger aspect. And now, because we're in 2020, I can even understand that more fundamentally. Because I think sometimes you have to understand, like I could not understand fundamentally, even in my own head, when we were at 1,900, when people are saying it's going to 3,000, it's like, why? You need time in between this. Well, we've had plenty of time in between this. You've had plenty of consolidation in between it that, you know, I could see a 2,700 gold, you know, maybe 4 or 5 years from now. You know, that's real. I suspect right now we are going after, though, that 1,900. That's what it looks like. We get a, and if that's what it is, what will end up happening is this: is that the ABC structure up that we're in right now will extend itself. And so instead of 1705, we'll probably get to 1795. You get to that number, everyone's going to be so excited they can't see straight. That's actually the sell. Because then you'll consolidate for another 6 or 7 months, drive everyone out of their mind, okay? Then you do it again, okay? That's kind of how it likes to move. The reason I like the gold market so much is that you don't have to look just at the gold market to figure out where it's going. I'm all over the bonds, and I'm all over the currencies. And they all have to coordinate together. And they're coordinated together, your probability is much higher that you're going to be correct in the assumption where the metal market's going. Because fundamentally, those correlations are there. And in this particular case, it looks to me that this run is here because of the fact that we may see that 10-year break that 1.31. That 10-year breaks that 1.31, folks. You are going to see some things that none of us have actually ever seen, meaning acceleration in hard assets. Hard assets, real estate, I can't even imagine what will end up happening. We think real estate's expensive right now. You break 1.31. If we have 30-year mortgage rates at 1.5, which is real possible, forget it, man. Forget it. But it puts value right into the asset. Dow down 237, NASDAQ off 173, S&P's off 33. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 203. You get the NASDAQ down 159. S&P's off 28. And if we go inside the NDX 100 and take a look at this, because the NDX 100, folks, loves to take the market up as well as down. And what you're going to see out here, it's the chip stocks. The chip stocks have been running this market for a long period of time. Where the chip stocks go, the NDX 100 goes. Where that goes, the NASDAQ Composite goes. Where that goes, the S&Ps go. And it's very evident out here today. You got Advanced Micro, that's down 6.5%, or $3.86. You get NVIDIA down 4.5%, or $14.63. You get Synopsys down 3.7, or $5.91. Now, something you want to watch on NVIDIA is this. This is going to be really wild watching this at the end of the month. The reason being is this. NVIDIA, okay, this is an equity that is a very highly charged, highly volatile equity that, can blast off topside and just get absolutely smoked on the way down. So the reason you want to watch it on a monthly is this, is that the last high that we made that we took out this month was in October of 2018, $292.75, okay? If we close under that number, this end of this month, that is saying NVIDIA will go all the way back down to 124. I mean, this thing was vicious. And 3 months, the first downdraft went from 292 down to 124. It was just insane. And the reason I'm saying this is that the volume is not going to be there. We did 92 million and we're only at 40 million right now. So the bottom line is we get about 7 more trading days, and it's not going to do the volume. If it doesn't do the price, then that sets up, that's a monster consolidation. That's a consolidation, man, but listen, man, that's a consolidation that is about as sick as you can get. So that one's going to be really intriguing to watch inside of the chip sector. And what did happen is that the rest of the chip stocks took off. NVIDIA was one of the last ones to take off topside once again. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great weekend, a safe weekend. Come back and visit us. Monday morning, 8:30, Tommy kicks us off. Great show. Go get him, folks.